This is absolutely the most interesting group of stuff I've ever seen in our antique sale here, and nearly everything on this platform, well actually everything on this platform here has come from two local deceased estates. It's all privately owned, all here to be sold without reserve, and just everything here is fascinating. We'll go down the lines and I'll point out what there is here, and then we'll have a general look around the sale room. But starting off with four really nice early arcade coin in the slot machines. So this one is Acadia's Lone Star, which is cast iron and wood case, a penny in the slot. It's 1900 to 1909 these were made, and you crank the handle and the roulette wheel goes round. Very rare thing. Next to it, another American aluminium cased one-armed bandit, which works. Coins there as well. This is extremely rare. This is an early football game, late 19th century. These were made in about 1896, and look at the footballers in there, still have the original knitted jerseys. That was an original feature of these. And then you just flick their legs like that. It's on its original stand as well. And this one is a 1930s ice hockey game, which is again nice original, slightly rougher condition here. But there's just pan around here. There are so many interesting decorative things here. I've never seen so much in one go. And this was all crammed into a tiny little place in Hastings. So many interesting things, and never seen at auction before. So just going around here, we've got on the end here, we've got an optician's mirror, an Art Deco one on a cast iron base with your chart. There's a Barbara Hepworth type bronze sculpture on the end here. No signature, unfortunately. Don't know who that one's by. We've got a massive great wooden bowl here, which is interesting. Don't know where that's from. You hear me say that a lot. That's carved stone, that abstract sculpture, and that one's carved wood next to it, which is, again, they're both unsigned, but they're beautifully carved, and that's sort of mid-20th century. Behind it, this really interesting Victorian folio stand. So it's an artist's box here. It's got the original label inside. This is 19th century French or Italian carved wood, Madonna and Child. And then coming down the row, we've got this abstract ceramic sculpture here, which is signed, but I can't read the signature. And bronzes. This is fabulous. I think this is the nicest thing as far as I'm concerned. This is a copy of a Roman bronze. So the original of this was made 2,000 years ago and discovered in Pompeii in about 1750. And it's the original Roman version now sits in the museum in Naples. This is probably an early 19th century Grand Tour copy, but it's beautifully detailed on its original marble base. And actually here is a photo of the original Roman one, which is interesting. And then we keep going on, and we've got another. This is dated 1932, this alabaster head with goggles. It's interesting. Again, it's another one that's signed underneath, but I can't read the signature. And this one here, which is white marble and bronze. And then looking on the wall, this eagle pediment there, that's fabulous, isn't it? This is carved wood. All carved and gilded wood. It's a fabulous thing. Next to it, we've got an advertising sign. That's carved wood as well. Turog, which I think was a make of bread. So that's fantastic. What a feature to buy to put on the kitchen wall. These are Victorian Fairground mirrors. What else have we got? Lots of sculpture. This fabulous thing here. This is a shop sign from a chemist or an apothecary. So it's in the shape of a pestle and mortar. It's painted metal with red glass lenses around the side. Extremely rare thing. I've never seen one before. Lots more wood carvings and cherubs here on the table. This thing here I don't know if any of you out there know what this is. I have no idea. It just looks like a really good quality model of a bench, but for some reason it has a hinge that opens up. The liner inside is brass, but there's no way of getting to the liner. There's lots of sort of interesting hinges on the end here, but it doesn't seem to actually have any particular use. But it's an absolute top quality made bench there. Carved wood cherubs here, and more cherubs, and more cherubs. So these are magnificent things, aren't they? Look at that pair of cherubs there. And then we've got icons here, all from the same house again. About 7 or 8 lovely Russian icons. They're all 18th or 19th century. And model pond yachts over here. And we'll move a bit quicker. There's a magnificent Victorian a weather vane mount here. That's a hollow metal, painted metal piece here. And then up here we've got a tobacco shop advertising sign. That's metal. Eat more lemons on the wall there. And then here's a marlin, which is a wall-mounted one. I think that was probably a sign from a fish shop. Very lifelike piece here. And there's a shop sign from a tea shop. Lots of these 19th century tea tins. Mr. Wood, the dentist. Advertising piece there. Lots and lots of bronze busts this time. Swords, and these are good. Look at these, a whole row of these glass finials. They're all Victorian, just an interesting cluster of them, and they're just decorative items. So it's all one lot there. I mean, I think we've put 200 to 300 as an estimate. What does that work out at? About £30 each. It's nothing, is it? I think that's a salmon in a bow glass case, and we've got a Victorian bar top tobacco box. They call these honesty boxes, so you put your penny in there for a pinch of tobacco. And a mammoth femur and a mammoth rib, two together there. And these painted and gilded wood urns and covers. An aluminium model TSR-2 jet fighter, which was a fighter that never went into production. This is aluminium. I think it might be for a wind tunnel, that model. And the trunks along the front here. This one is by Louis Vuitton. It's got the original label inside and original trays as well. About 1900, that one. What a fantastic start to the sale. So that lot there that I've just shown you is the first 150 lots at the sale on Wednesday, and so that'll be an exciting lot to sell. And we'll just have a look around here as well. And we'll keep going around the room. I'll just show you this over here. Beautiful French Kingwood chest of drawers there. Kingwood with this green wood is tulip wood. And absolute top quality gilt metal ormolu mounts. This is late 19th century. Should be 1,000 or so for that one. What else? Let's keep going around here. There's some Danish tables at the back here. These are really nice. They're 1950s top, and they have reversible tops. So ebony and rosewood tops, and we have the certificate to allow us to sell those. And we'll just keep coming down here. Lots more to look at here. Signed photo of Buzz Aldrin. An original poster from Carry On Matron. There's lots of gold in this sale. So it's a bracelet with 13 gold full sovereigns on it. Krugerrands and more sovereigns, and there's a case at the back with 10 sovereigns. Well worth coming for all this gold. What else have we got here? Interesting walking sticks. And in this cabinet here, studio pottery, a very unusual Keith Murray Wedgwood box here. I've seen that model before. So, Art Deco ceramic box. A Native American belt on the wall there. What else? Another icon. That's a lovely one here. Probably 17th century, I'd have thought, on there. And then we've got shark vertebrae walking sticks. We're going back to the contents of the main house that we're clearing now. So that stick stand and all these shark vertebrae sticks are all from there. And we continue here into the cabinets. Some nice clocks. And this one here, which looks quite naive and cartoony, but this is quite a recognised artist. This is by Eden Box, who just painted these sort of quite naive animal studies. And that one should make 500, 600, 700 or so. Another Mouseman piece here, little Mouseman ashtray. And then moving along here, we've got this is a rollover bacon dish here. And this one is in solid silver. These are nearly always electroplate. Absolutely weighty piece of solid silver. What date is that?
1896.
1896. And we've got silver candlesticks. All these pieces of silver here. And then moving along, we've got this is interesting. This is a Russian. Oh my goodness! It's solid bronze. This is from the house clearance again. Look at that magnificent thing with revolutionaries with their machine guns. No signature, unfortunately, but it's a beautiful colour. Interesting composition, that one. And that's bronze as well. And a Fred Cuming, as usual. Seems to have one every time. This, again, it's from a deceased private estate. I've got a collection of these. Shall I show you these? So this is in the jewellery section. This is being sold as one group of 19th century cameos. But what a fabulous collection. They're all really good quality carvings. And some in gold and some in pinchbeck frames, but mainly gold, I'd have thought, these. And the whole collection there is in estimate, I think, 1,000, 1,500. What does that work out at? £100 each, isn't it? It's certainly worth a lot more than that. But there's a good start anyway. What else have we got? Just interesting things everywhere. Lovely Art Deco bronze stag. Keep moving. Like these. These are Art Deco speedboat bookends. Aluminium and pink marble. Oh, quite like these. So there's just 4 of these photographs of Second War battleships. And the lady who brought these in said that her father rowed his boat out into Scapa Flow, where these ships were all stationed. They're all moored up, and took photos of all the boats out there. So we've got 4 of these pictures, and he apparently took these all from his rowing boat. So they're original Second War period boat photos there. Love these. These are by Stuart Walton, and they're absolutely immaculate. Again, they're from a deceased estate. They're 1968. This is Hunsley. I don't know where the others are. But the labels are on the back with the titles, but completely untouched condition and original frames. And we carry on here with more silver. And this. Look at this. Now, if you want to impress your guests coming around for dinner, here's the piece. So this is a drinks cabinet. Ta-da! Look at that. So this is French 19th century brass and tortoiseshell boule marqueterie. This lifts out, and it has the original cut glass and gilded decanters and glasses. It's absolutely complete. There's one stopper that has a little chip on the underside there, and one of the glasses is damaged, but it's all there. And look at the condition of the case. It's all sprung as well. Amazing. Beautiful thing. There's so much more to look at. I really recommend you look through this on the website, but we're just going to change over and Will is going to show you some of the jewellery and watches. They're really worth a look this time.
Right, so I'll make this quick because I know your excitement tank is probably already full from what you've already seen, but we've got some absolutely fantastic watches and jewellery to look at for this time. And I'm not just saying that, we have some amazing watches, and starting off is probably one of the rarest watches we might have ever had in here. This is a Hoya Carrera, and this is a yachting wristwatch. You can tell it's yachting by the blue sectional right-hand dial here. And from my research, I can tell that there's only ever been 20 that are known to have been around at the moment. So an exceptionally rare wristwatch in absolutely pristine condition. It's working. It's a chronograph. It's between 1965 and 1970 in date, but look at the condition for that. And these regularly make between 15 and 20,000 pounds. A really rare and exceptional watch. And funnily enough, exactly the same sale, but a few lots on, is one by exactly the same maker. Just twist that round. Again, it's Hoya, but this one is called an Ortavia. Again, it's a chronograph. This one's automatic, whereas the other one is mechanical. You have to manually wind that one. But again, this is an exceptionally rare wristwatch, and they call this model of the Ortavia the Viceroy, as it was sold alongside Viceroy cigarettes at the time. And you could buy one for about £80 when they were on offer with these cigarettes. And they now make at auction anywhere between 2,500 and 3,500. So what an investment piece that would have been at the time. Lots and lots of interesting other watches here. Second one in the sale, an Able. This is called a triple calendar because you have your day and month phases there, and also a date chapter ring around the edge, also with a moon phase at the bottom. Another very sought after watch there. This is another vintage watch. Vintage watches seem to be extremely in at the moment. This is a Seiko, again another chronograph, and that should be £200 or £300. Wristwatches are just so collectible at the moment, and there's so much competition over them. So I hope that they're going to do extremely well. This is the beginning of the jewellery section. Just pulled out the tray and see what we can find just from the beginning. So this is the first lot in the jewellery, lot 520. This is an original Art Nouveau. This is unmarked gold, I think. It's enamel work around the edges here with rose-cut diamonds in the centre. And obviously, as you can see, it's in its original fitted case with the Benson mark on the top. Absolutely original, hasn't been touched at all. That should be between £300 and £500, which doesn't seem too expensive for something like that, does it? Really nice, dainty necklace. I've got an Art Deco style 18 karat gold and diamond dress clip. They're quite fashionable. And be impressed if anyone knows what this stone is. It's not a usual one that you see anywhere, in fact. This is quite a modern 18 karat white gold setting with diamonds around the edge, and it's the stone is called kyanite. They usually come in these sort of shards. But that's lovely as well. So much more jewellery to look at. Again, as we said earlier, lots of gold in this sale. It's probably at a peak that it's ever been at the moment, so what a time to sell it. But it's also still an investment, as obviously uncertain times are coming ahead. But that's a solid gold 9 karat ingot. Should be between £600 and £900 just for that small piece. Again, another piece which might well likely be scrap gold, but still a fantastic piece to look at. It's Art Deco, and it's a compact set with rubies and diamonds on the lid. But that's completely original as well. And that scraps for about £1,000. It's a lovely piece. What else have we got? Lots more down here. Some really nice standout rings that I want to show you. We had some fantastic results from our Solitaire diamond rings last time. This is the first, lot 582. This is about 1.6 carats in this diamond ring, and you can probably see from just tilting it that it's really nice white bright diamond there. It's in 14 carat white gold, but that should be between £2,000 and £2,500. And then the standout ring for this sale, again, ta-da! This is an exceptionally rare diamond ring. The present owner bought it as a solitaire with just the central stone in there. That's a 2.6 carat marquise cut diamond ring, and obviously didn't quite think that was blingy enough, so wanted to add the pair cut diamonds on either side of the shoulder there. But doesn't that just complete it really nicely? It's fantastic, and an extremely good quality diamond in the centre there as well. And that should be somewhere between £12,000 and £18,000 for a ring of that sort of quality. Again, more diamonds at the front. Solitaire diamond ear studs, extremely fashionable. About a carat's worth of diamonds in total there, and about half a carat's worth of diamonds in total there. These 552 are about £250, and these are about £1,000. That shows you the markup as soon as you reach a carat. Lots more interesting rings. A nice Georgian memorial ring at the back here. All these rings are quite hard to focus on into. This is a memorial ring. Very unusual to have red enamel in a mourning ring, but it's got its original inscription on the back to a reverend, and it's Georgian. This ring is Fabergé with enamelled shoulders and a diamond cross in the centre. That should be £300 to £500, something like that. Lots of emerald and diamond rings again. Ceylon sapphires. That's come from a private house as well. Lots of diamond clusters. A really nice modernist sort of abstract diamond ring here. They're coming back into fashion as well. But there's so much to look at, and a note as well is that the silver, this time because of the quantity we have, is actually going to be on the Thursday. So we're selling the silver on Thursday morning at 10 AM, and then the pictures that you've seen here will start shortly after that. Hopefully we'll be at 11 AM like usual, if we can speed through the silver. Please do have a look through, come on down, there's just so much to look through and dig out. Have fun. Thank you very much.